He was more than just a man. He was a legend, a farmer turned soldier, a rebel turned leader. A man who defied an empire and built a nation. This is the story of George Washington, the man who changed the course of history forever. The year was 1776. The American colonies were fighting for their very survival. The mighty British Empire, the most powerful military force in the world, was crushing the rebellion. Defeat seemed inevitable. But one man refused to surrender: George Washington. Washington was no ordinary general. He didn't just fight battles, he fought for an idea. The idea that people should be free to govern themselves. That kings did not own men, that liberty was worth dying for. And so, against all odds, he led a ragtag army of farmers, blacksmiths, and shopkeepers into battle. Against the greatest military force on earth. December 25, 1776, the war was going badly for the Americans. Morale was low, supplies were scarce, victory seemed impossible. But Washington had one last gamble. On Christmas night, he led his army across the frozen Delaware River, in the dead of night, in a surprise attack on the Hessian forces. It was bold, dangerous, reckless, but it worked. The attack was a stunning victory, reigniting hope in the Revolution. For 8 brutal years, Washington led the revolution. He lost battles, suffered betrayals, watched his men starve and freeze, but he never gave up. And in 1781, at the Battle of Yorktown, the impossible happened. The British surrendered. America was free. And then, something extraordinary. Washington had the power to become king. His soldiers, his people, they would have followed him. He could have ruled over America. But he did something no leader in history had ever done before. He gave up power. He walked away. George Washington didn't fight for power. He fought for freedom. He became America's first president, but only for a time. And when the job was done, he stepped aside. His legacy: a nation built on democracy, a country where leaders serve the people, not the other way around. He was the first, he set the standard, and without him, there would be no United States of America. This was the story of George Washington, the man who could have been king, but chose to be a legend.